You just said you have a personal responsibility to your children. You're not a credit card person.
It makes me want to vomit, the thought of closing them. And
Why?
I know it sounds stupid.
How are the balances in the middle of the payments and the interest accruing not make you want to vomit? It's making me want to vomit. Hurl.
It's been a safety net.
But don't you want to make money?
No, I don't. I don't want to be in debt, but I don't want to make money.
What?
I'm Kelsey. I'm 46 in Lockhart, Texas, and this is Financial Audit.
Thanks for coming over from Lockhart. What do you do for a living there?
So I am an accounting clerk for a municipality.
Very good. And what are we making in this position?
So I make $18.90 an hour.
Okay. How do you feel making $18 an hour in Lockhart?
So I moved to Lockhart because the cost of living was lower than I was before. I was in Wimberley for 20 years, but it's not so bad. I feel like I'm fine. Like I also get some Social Security income for my kids. So with that income, I feel like I survived just fine.
Okay, so let's see. What hit your account was $2,157, that's really, what, is this a dual household?
No,
it's just you.
It's me. My mom and my sister live with me as well.
Oh, okay. And they contribute to the bills a little?
A little. My mom does. Not my sister so much.
All right. So for the income side, I mean, I only saw 2,333 come in from the job. But then there was, as you mentioned, I see the Social Security, 1,434.
Yes. And those go into separate accounts for my kids. When you set those up, you have to, each kid has to have their own bank account.
How old are your kids?
So I have 3, but the 2 that are still at home are 15 and 10.
What about the dude that helped this manufacturing of children?
So my husband passed away 4 years ago.
Oh, I'm really sorry.
Yeah. He had prostate cancer. You know, the cancer you die with instead of.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah. And so by the time they caught the cancer, he was already stage 4. He was 59 when he passed away. And so I encourage every man out there, Caleb, if you don't know your PSA number, go get it.
Okay.
That is your prostate something level. And you need to know what your number is. And if your number changes, that could be an indicator that you have prostate cancer and you need to go see a urologist.
Maybe in the post show, I can have every crew member check Noah's prostate and see how it's doing. Okay, I am really sorry to hear that. How have you been doing since then?
I mean, at first, honestly, he had been sick for so long that it was, and this sounds horrible, but it's not. I was just relieved that he was no longer suffering. Sure. We had all been sick together. We went to doctor's appointments. We did this. We did that. So it was very much a sigh of relief that phase was over. And then COVID hit right after he passed away.
Okay.
And so I was already at home staying with the kids trying to rebuild the relationship because I had been at least mentally absent for so long.
Okay.
So COVID hit after that, and we learned how to live together, just the 3 of us during that time. So that was,
one's
in
out
a
of
way,
the house,
a blessing.
it sounds like. Yes.
Okay. He's 27. He's married.
Why do your sister and mom live with you?
So, during COVID, so about a year after my husband passed away, our landlord came to us and went, "We're going to sell the house." And I went, "Okay. I've been here for 10 years and the rent has never gone up. I was paying."
That's nice of them.
Yeah. I was living on an acre, paid $1,200 a month. And I started looking for a place to live. And
it's still, even $1,200 a month, it's almost half your take home.
Okay. Well, and at that time it was probably about the same because I wasn't working the same job.
Okay.
This is my 3rd job since my husband died.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
So they were going to sell, and I started looking for a place to live. I was looking for a place to rent, and the prices in Wimberley, which is where I was living, were outrageous. And so I started talking to my mom and sister because they were living in kind of a rundown place. Their finances have never been great. They were making it. They were fine. And I was like, so if I have to move outside of Wimberley, you're my support system. What am I going to do if I have to move outside of Wimberley, number one?
They were okay with just packing up?
Oh, yeah. We've done everything together. We're kind of codependent, honestly.
Is that good? Because
it's good. It's good to have a support system.
Support system, yes. Codependent,
yeah, right?
Depending.
Yeah.
Well, especially after losing your husband, I think it makes sense for the feeling of a codependence to come in. But so, what makes me a little nervous is without the codependence, and if we're just talking about life and passing, I mean, how old is your mom?
She's 67.
And of course, I'm not rooting for anything in 67's,
Maybe
not that old
she's
these
69.
days anymore. Well, even still, even still.
Yeah.
It's just like, I don't want you to be dependent on something that might not be there. Well, that won't be there forever if we're talking real, but hopefully is there for a while, but won't be there forever.
Right.
Because $18 an hour. Now, this is a completely different town than Austin. Completely different town. About an hour away, you told me. So in Austin, I scoured all the job postings I added it all to the spreadsheet, and I was just trying to figure out what the lowest job openings here pay. Like the lowest entry level fast food,
Right.
What is like the median of that,
Yep.
of the lowest, and it's $18. Mm-hmm. So you're at that level in a cheaper cost of living area, but
Yes.
even still with $2,333 a month, get even with the Social Security, we're not making a ton right now.
Right.
And that scares me because of how much debt you're in. A lot of debt. So like if the dependence ceases,
Right.
what do we do? How are you going to survive? Because you're not surviving right now. Well, they'll figure that out soon. Sorry, I know. I get ahead of myself. I know, guys. Okay, so I don't know. That the dependence just
Sure.
red flags for me.
The dependence on my mom and my sister, or the dependence
Yes, because
on the
it
Social
might not
Security?
always be there.
That is granted, and
I don't know what you would do with your income situation when it's not there, because it's not always going to be there.
That is true. However, I've done without.
Well, is doing without how we got tens of thousands of dollars into credit card debt?
No,
Okay.
it's not. I got into that because one, I'm a dumb, and two, people were dumb enough to give me money.
Okay, well now they want it back.
They want it back now. That's the problem.
So I want to just self-assess. Where
Sure.
do you find yourself right now in a score? Your finances, 0 being the worst finances ever, 10 being the best finances ever. What's your self-assessed?
So my self-assessment before I took the,
Oh, you took the quiz online?
I did.
Free in the description below.
but I gave myself a 0.5.
Yeah.
I think when I took the quiz, I got a 2.
Okay. Probably because you own a home,
Probably.
which that
And
certainly
I-
boosts up your score.
And not to toot my own horn, but I
Toot it.
don't have any more student loan or IRS debt. So that
You had
probably helped.
IRS debt?
Yes.
When did you have IRS debt?
When my husband was alive.
Okay, so this was a bit ago now.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's all
In the past.
in the past. What did you do to get an IRS debt? Just so we make sure we're not doing it again, though.
My husband owned a business.
Okay.
And he would tell you if he was here that there was a miscommunication about whether or not to pay the 941 taxes for our employees. I would disagree and say he specifically told me not to. And then when the IRS finally wanted their money,
Okay. That's fine.
we paid for a really long time on that.
Again, it's in the past. So you think you're a 0.5. You ended up getting a 2 on the scale.
Yep.
If you want to be on the show, I can self-assess your situation in person. Make sure to go to calebhammer.com/apply and you can be where she's sitting right now. Okay, so let's start getting into the debt because this is, it breaks my heart. It breaks my heart. I don't like it when someone in their mid-20s and their mid-30s have debt because it hurts to see that they're throwing away time for compound growth, but they have a lot of time to get out of it if they really need to.
Sure.
You're not old by any means, but when we're talking in that middle-aged area, we're eyeing retirement in the next 20 potential years. Seeing this much debt breaks my heart because you do not have as much time and flexibility to get out of it and set yourself up for retirement.
Right.
Was there health insurance sorry, not health insurance. Was there life insurance
Yes.
in place?
Yeah.
What happened?
To the life insurance money?
Yeah.
Oh, I paid
Is it
off.
gone?
Yeah.
Okay. How much was
I
it?
spent it.
Okay.
It was 112, 120.
Okay, so it wasn't huge.
It wasn't huge. I buried him. Which, honestly, so here's a worse story. I had to borrow the money from my best friend and neighbor until the life insurance paid out.
You were neighbors with your best friend.
Yes.
That's kind of fun.
Oh, it was amazing. She's great. So I did that, and then I paid off my car. I paid off all my student loans. I think, but I can't really remember. It's fuzzy. I think I paid off the credit cards at that point, maybe, or almost all of them. And then I for a while, and then I bought my kid a car.
A what?
A car.
For how much?
$13,000.
Okay. It's not a massive percentage of that. Okay.
I have a really
Well, how'd the credit cards go all the way back up? You said because you're a dumb. Okay, fine. We're all a dumb. I'm a dumb in many different ways. Okay, fine. But what did you actually do? Because we need to understand what you did so we can prevent you from doing it again, so we can be smart in the future and not pay this all off and then get right back in it again.
So I've seen your channel and I've seen guests say certain things, and it sounds dumb when we say them out loud, but I've resonated with a lot of them.
Well, I mean that's why. Yeah.
Yes. So
There's gonna be people who resonate with you.
So one, it feels like it takes forever, right? If you're just paying the minimums or barely above the minimums, it's taking forever. And then you want this one thing, but you're resisting it. And
this first one would take 25 years to pay off, only doing the minimums.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
And it makes me want to vomit, quite frankly.
Yeah, you'd be what, 70?
Yeah. Which, who knows if I'm even going to live to 70. And I don't want my kids to have that.
They wouldn't have this.
That is the one thing.
They wouldn't have your credit card.
That you said that's affected me the most.
Okay.
Is that I have a moral responsibility to my children.
Yes.
And everything I've ever done has been for my children.
Sure.
It might not have been done correctly or the best way.
Okay.
But in the moment, it felt like I was doing the best I could for my kids.
Yes.
And to think about that in, I don't know, 20 years, them having to take care of me is not, that's a reality I don't want to have to face. I would like it to be different. And watching you do things for other people gives me hope that maybe my situation can be different. But when I look at it by myself and see the numbers and they're not moving, I'm like, I get hopeless and defeated, and I'm like, in for a penny, in for a pound, I'm just going to go for it. I already f***ed it up.
Mm-hmm.
What's $200 opposed to $20 when it's not even my money right now?
Sure. All right, well, let's go through it. Let's take a look. let's figure this whole thing out, because this does get crazy quickly. Best Buy card. What? First of all, what are you buying? You're not buying Xboxes. You're not buying PlayStations. Are you a gamer? Are you a gamer girl?
I'm not.
Yeah? Gamer e-girl? No? What are we buying at Best Buy? What are we doing?
So I got the Best Buy card to buy laptops a long time ago.
Laptops?
Correct.
For the kids?
No. I was in school.
When?
2015, 16,
Okay, what were you
17.
doing?
I have a master's degree.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, in what?
Public administration.
I feel like, I guess I don't know that field as well as many others, but...
It's like business administration, but for nonprofits
I get it, but I
and
feel
government.
like you could do better than $18 an hour with a master's degree, no? Maybe not for that local municipality, but could you commute to, like, San Marcos or something?
I was commuting to San Marcos before this job,
Okay.
but it was an hour and a half out of my day,
Oh,
which
fine. Where's the nearest town? Civilization.
I live in civilization.
Okay, where's the nearest real civilization?
Probably Kyle, Buda, something like that.
Okay, so that's not... How far is that? How far is Kyle?
It's still about 30, 45 minutes.
That's a fine commute. Come on. People inside the city commute longer than that, and they're just going to the same city
And
they're
I
already
feel
in.
horrible for them.
Well, but don't you want to make money?
No, I don't. I don't want to be in debt, but I don't want to make money. That does not.
What? But you just said you.
I want to survive.
No. You just said you have a personal responsibility to your children.
Yes, I do.
Making money is a part of that personal responsibility when it comes to the finances that we're talking about. It's just what we're talking about. How much you have to save for retirement at 45, 46? How much is saved for retirement?
2,000.
Okay, so that's where you need to make more money.
In defense, it wasn't a lot, but I did have a slightly higher. I had to cash it out.
You cashed out? When did you cash out?
Well, my husband was sick.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that'll happen. If you want to take your investing to the next level, my new investing course is still on sale. Until July 1st, we're offering the course for only $97, which is $50 off. You'll get over 55 lessons, the best budgeting spreadsheet known to man, portfolio strategies, worksheets, retirement strategies, and I'll give you a $100 Moo cash reward when you sign up with Moo. Check out the link below for more. Stop buying sweet treats, people, and start investing. What's your hourly wage one more time?
$18.90.
Okay, so let's just forget like the Social Security, which is meant to take care of the kids. Okay, let's take that. 1890 times 40 times 52. Okay, so $39,312 a year.
Yep.
Let's just say we save 20% of that. So we're saving, and this is before taxes. This is before anything. Where is it? Here it is. Let's go. This is just based on your income. Let's say you open my Moo app. It's where I'm just gonna like pretend like I'm gonna buy the S&P 500 in here. Okay, you have $2,000. I'm buying $7,862.40 a year. Once a year for the next 20 years, you're gonna have $369,000 to retire with an 8% average return. That would have to be essentially. Really, you're not able to leave anything, but what would you be able to survive off for the next 20 years after that? $18,000 a year. Can we do that? $18,000 a year after inflation, that would probably actually be worth like. Could you survive off $11,000 a year right now? $11,000 a year.
No.
So there's the personal responsibility thing. So right. Yes, we can fix our actions. We can start getting out of debt, sure. But if you don't actually bring in more money, it's going to be longer to get out of debt, longer to get a fully funded emergency fund, and much less to save up for retirement. Because that's if you start setting aside 20% pre-tax right now, which we know we can't do. So...
But not all of us. So what I discovered was not all of us are made to be. So I thought I could do certain things. I thought I could make more money. I thought I could do those things.
I know you can make more than $18 an hour. I'm not saying not everyone can go make $150,000. The economy doesn't work like that. But I know you can make $2 an hour more. You disagree?
Well, I just don't know if the $2 is worth a 45-minute drive both ways.
That's just an example. Like, I know you can do $2 more. You could do $5 more. You could. In 30 minutes? What is 30 minutes? What is 30 minutes? 30 minutes is nothing.
It feels like a lot.
I drive half that just to get here, and I live right next to the studio.
It feels like a lot.
Well, it's not.
Okay. Maybe you're right.
Just like your retirement account is not a lot.
Oh, no, I agree.
So I think we need to actually sacrifice to it.
I'm 80.
Well, what if you don't have that as an option or a choice? What if you get injured?
Well, then I get Social Security.
Yeah, but that's not going to be a ton.
No. It's what my mom lives off of.
Yeah, and she lives with you.
It's valid.
Are you going to live with your kids? There's the sacrificing for our kids thing again. Relying on the kids.
There it comes back.
See? Mm-hmm. See how that works?
Yep.
It's a circle. And you don't want to be that. I don't think it's bad that your mom lives with you, but what if your kids don't want their mom at that point in their lives with whatever they have going on to live with them? You know? We don't know. But you putting that upon them as they have no other choice is selfish.
Right. I agree.
So on this Best Buy card, you have $11,134.48, which for your income is insane. It's insane. And that's just one of the cards we're going to look at. 2 $290 of interest is accruing. This is gonna be what kills me. We have a $402 minimum monthly payment. Which, first of all, that's insane for your income. That's insane. Let's see. Where are we? For your post-tax, I mean, that's almost 20% of your pre-tax. Minimum monthly payment on one of the cards. $250 of purchases. That's what's going to kill me, because where's the sacrifice? $250 of purchases on a card that we can't pay off that is accruing 20... That the minimum monthly payment is 20% of our pre-tax income rounded. What are we doing purchasing on a card that we can't even come close to paying off? That is us with interest. Why? What are we purchasing? Because sorry.
Don't be sorry. I'm also rather blunt. I honestly do not even remember what I purchased. And embarrassingly, 46 years old with a master's degree, and I didn't know.
TJ Maxx.
Oh, yeah.
On a Best Buy card. What are you getting?
That's the worst thing I ever discovered, was that you could use
We're
that
getting
card
yellow
anywhere.
florals?
Yes, it's
from
beautiful.
TJ Maxx? Yeah, it's great.
I actually
we had
did
to get
buy
that.
this.
We have to get that instead of retirement.
No.
Okay,
but
why
I
did
never
we do it?
saw myself being able to retire anyway. I'm going to work till 10 minutes after I die.
You're choosing. And what if that's not an option? You're not taking into account certain things.
Yeah, I haven't.
Let's talk about a health thing, because
Sure.
I know it's in here.
Yep,
You smoke a lot.
I do.
How much?
Pack a day on a good day.
Okay.
Bad day, 2 packs.
Okay, that's wild.
I know.
And we're being candid, right?
Absolutely.
I hear you kind of struggling to breathe.
Okay, yep.
If health things pop up, if you are unable to work because it's hard for you to move or something, if this habit continues, or even if it doesn't, with where we are, what if you can't work?
Right.
That scares me. And again, it's not just about you putting it on the kids. There is uncertainties, just things about your life as well.
I've had no hope. I've had no... Sorry.
It's okay.
It just seemed like I'm just going to live on this planet and do the best I can and barely survive.
You're not doing the best you can.
You're right. I'm beginning to see that. It's like peeling off the layers of an onion. So, you experience trauma of any kind. Death of a spouse, doesn't matter. Whatever it is.
Sure.
You lose your mom, whatever happens.
Absolutely.
And if you're self-aware, you start peeling back the layers of the onion and trying to regain life and not just survive, but to live. And so I'm at a point where I'm waking up to the fact that, one, I've chosen a lot of things that in the moment were coping mechanisms.
Right now.
Right now?
Because the TJ Maxx was right now. I don't need to talk about a few years ago, and we can if you want, but that's not what concerns me. What
Right.
concerns me right now is that. And then there is a Walmart on here, which we know some are groceries, but you also have self-confessed before this that you spend a lot on your kids, spoiling them from Walmart.
I do.
Okay.
Because I think they've suffered so much that...
Okay.
But really...
But you're just prolonging the suffering.
I
financially.
don't like to tell them no because I want them to love me. And I have a lot of mom guilt.
They're not going to not love you because they don't get a toy.
It feels like that, though.
I'm sure it does right in the moment. I still love my mom. I didn't get every toy.
I didn't either.
And you love your mom enough to let her live with you.
I do.
You dragged her from a different city.
Yes, I did.
So your kids will still love you if you're a good, loving mom. It's not about, yes, you get this little sweet treat because we went to the store.
But they like sweet treats.
Oh, I love sweet treats too. That doesn't mean I always get it. You know what? Me getting sweet treats whenever I want to do, it turned me into a man with titties. So that doesn't mean it's always good, okay?
All right.
$1,500 of interest was taken from you this card this month. That's an insane amount of money for your income situation.
It's an insane
Not this month. Sorry, this year.
Oh, this year?
This year.
Well, that's slightly better. A little
Yeah,
better?
slightly better than month, absolutely, but it's an insane amount of money. This one's also crazy. PayPal. Why did you take out a PayPal card? Oh, by the way, the last one, which you've had for years, and it went up initially because you bought laptops when you were in school in 2014. Well, guess what? It's only a couple $100 away from the credit limit.
Yeah. They're all only...
I know. I know. So this wasn't a behavior from 2014, 18. No, this is ongoing. You're so close. You haven't made any progress. Okay, PayPal. Why are we in the PayPal? Debt?
Because it was an easy credit card to get.
Yeah, but what were you getting? What were you doing?
What was I getting? Initially, I don't even know. Again, I don't know.
Okay. Well, we're sitting at 8,182. Entire credit limit is 8,300. $205 of interest is being taken from us, which is already, both of those combined were at what, 22% of your pre-tax income is going to interest on a monthly basis. Purchases! We're still purchasing on a card that is rated its max with the $288 minimum monthly payment. Absolutely insane. Kill me now. Why are we purchasing still on this card? My dude. What are we doing? You can't.
I just see the balance go down, and I'm like, okay, I need this thing, and then I get the thing, but I don't need the thing I want.
What about the minimum monthly payment? Does that not terrify you? Right now, the two, and we have more to go through, but the 2 is 30% of your pre-tax income.
But I don't just include my income, which has been the problem. I've been including everyone's income, the Social Security income, my mom's.
That's for taking care of the kids, right?
Yes, and it pays the mortgage.
Okay. I'm talking about the minimum monthly payments for the cards you make.
Yes.
And why do you get to include? They help pay for bills, right?
Yes.
Your mom and sister.
A little bit.
So do we calculate that into how much we can afford for minimum monthly payments on credit cards for purchases we've already done? No, that's like utilities, right?
Yes.
You're not a credit card person. Are you looking to get a mortgage?
I have one.
Exactly. Are you looking to get a mortgage?
No.
I don't give a shit about your credit then. I really don't. I can get you in a place where next time you need a car, we can buy a car in cash. Close these accounts. They are dangerous to you. I love credit. I love good leverage. These are you. These are absolutely destroying you. Having access to this is you do not have the control for this, and that is okay that you're not a credit card person. It's okay. Who gives a shit? You're not a credit card person. Again, just like anyone else on the show, you can use a charge card like the Fizz card. That's the one we recommend. It's usually more geared towards students, but charge cards, it forces you to pay it off every month.
But it makes me want to vomit the thought of closing them. And
Why?
I know it sounds stupid.
How do the balances and the minimum monthly payments and the interest accruing not make you want to vomit? It's making me want to vomit. Hurl. How does closing them make you want to vomit more than the 20% of your 30% of your income that's going to the minimum monthly payments? As we saw?
Safety net. There have been times, not recently, there have been times where there has been something where I actually needed the credit.
You know why it's the credit?
I'm smart enough to know that it's not my money. It's
you mean the credit cards?
Yeah.
Okay. If we have to use credit cards at 46 for an emergency, that means throughout the 26 years of adulthood, you haven't sacrificed appropriately to save up just a minimal emergency fund, because that would have taken care of you.
Granted.
That is not about the credit cards. That's just what you've done. So we need to get you to a place of emergency fund so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You don't need credit cards.
Okay.
I realize I'm moving a lot. It's because I've drank a lot of coffee.
I've also had a lot of coffee.
Okay. We can
But I made
dance
my
in the
own
post-show.
coffee.
It's good. It's a good habit. Okay. Bath and Body Works. It's for Bath and Body Works.
Yes.
Bath and Body Works is not cheap, and I know everything feels like a sale, but it's not. First of all, it's not necessary at all, and it's definitely not cheap.
I took my kids on an adventure day. And
To Bath and Body Works?
yes, my daughter is 10, and she loves
Yeah, I'm
Bath and
sure she does. But I want you to be able to do that. I want you to be able to spend time and do an adventure day. I want you to. You're putting off the paying off debt. You're making your debt go higher. You're making your debt go higher. And again, she probably won't remember the day you guys went to Bath and Body Works, but she'll definitely remember the day when her mom comes to her and says, I can't retire because I've put myself in so much debt and I can't afford to live. I need your help.
Yeah.
So
that's
Adventure
definitely not a
days-
conversation I want to have.
but it's a conversation you very much might have unless you sacrifice now. We take adventure days to the lake. We take adventure days to the park. We take adventure days to free activities. We don't take adventure days to bringing up our balance on a credit card. Oh my gosh, these balances are huge, dude. My dude, what are we doing here? Okay, R B F C U. Oh, okay. What are we sitting at? $9,069.85. $9,300 limit. We're just at the limit. Your credit score, like, what do you care about credit anyway? Your credit score can't be good.
650 something.
Okay, so it's not good. $102
not
minimum monthly payment, $182 minimum monthly payment. So these are stacking like wild. Like wild. No new purchases. Thank you. Finally, for the sake of me, thank you.
Well, I couldn't because it was maxed out.
Kill me now. So you're telling me if there was a window there to spend $200, you would have spent $200?
No, well, probably. I'll just be honest, probably.
Then you can't have credit cards, right? Right? Is that not self-confessing you cannot have credit cards?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Chop these up, close the accounts, have a ritual in the backyard, burn them, and summon some thing.
I'm not summoning anything.
$95 of interest and 56 cents. This one's definitely lower interest, isn't it?
So.
Oh, or did the interest just kick in?
No, it's still there.
No, I know, but I think the interest may have just kicked in, because that's all the interest that's accrued this year so far. Or did you just put $9,000 on there?
Oh no.
Okay, then, because that's all that's been charged in 2023 so far.
Well, I didn't know
That's at 12.7%.
that interest rates could go up because when I opened that, it was only at 9%. I didn't know.
Even still, why would 9% be considered good? You're not going to beat that in the market usually.
Well, I didn't give a about the market. What difference does that make to me?
Then why does
9%?
9% matter?
It didn't. But now that I see that it's 14, I'm like, I think they did me. I didn't know that. And I have too much pride to sit here and say, I want to say that they did me dirty by raising my interest rates.
Well, they didn't.
But they did.
No, you signed up for it.
That's right.
There's other things. Do you want to pay for your kid's school? College?
If they want to go to college, I don't push college.
Sure, but if they want to, don't you want to be able to pay for it?
I want to be able to help pay for it.
Exactly. And you're not even close to the position, because now with these monthly payments, what are you up to? 35% now? It's like, I can gift a tech certification to one of your kids through Course Careers.
Thank you.
I'm happy to do that. So you just let us know when. Those things are pretty great. Maybe for the one in their 20s, so they can put it on a resume if that's a field they want to work in. But okay, synchrony. Everyone in the world has to have a synchrony card.
I think I've had 5 synchrony cards.
Kill me right now. You wanted to go skydiving for the post show?
I did. Wouldn't that have been amazing?
What do you think this is? The business does okay, but I can't just spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars.
I thought you. What?
I accidentally spent $500
Okay.
on t-shirts.
I get that. I accidentally ordered 4 pallets of cinder blocks for my house. Mathematical error.
What? Okay.
I was trying to line the fence so the dog wouldn't dig
We're not
under.
going skydiving. Stop it.
Come on. We could go skydiving.
We're going to have a nice little
What
talk and we're going to have a bit or
What if
something in the
in
post show.
6 months I have quit smoking and paid down whatever amount you say on debt? Would you consider?
Let's talk about that at the end. Have you ever been skydiving?
Nope.
And you really want to?
Sure.
Well, let's talk about that at the end.
Okay, great.
Let's get through the synchrony card first.
Okay. Which synchrony card is that?
Rooms to go.
Hi.
What'd you get?
A couch.
What room did you get? Just a couch?
Nope. Not just, of course, not just a couch. Because, again, all or nothing over here. So I got a couch and a love seat and a chair and a rug and some furniture for my daughter and a nice pineapple.
Your daughter?
Yeah.
Why? Oh, the one that lives at home?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, what can I say here? Like, for this, how do I know you won't do this again? Like, because you already know it's bad. You already know it's stupid. You can get used furniture that's actually pretty darn good. Again, you'll have to go to Civilization for it, but a U-Haul doesn't cost that much money. The rich people in Austin, in like the rich area, they'll give away thousands of dollars of furniture for pennies on the dollar because they're just like, I want this out of my house.
I've never been a lucky person when it comes to that because I hear lots of people see that. I have lots of friends who do that.
Do you
But
look?
do I look?
Yeah.
Yes, and I'm not like
Then
sitting there
is that luck then?
No.
Or is that you just don't look? Come on, dude. Come on.
I don't put in the effort required to find the deal. How about that? Is that better?
It sounds like you don't even take this seriously, this couch purchase. Like you were just okay with it. So that's like, well, what's the point? Does it matter? How do I know you won't just go and do this again?
I'm not going to do it again
How do I know? Why? Why aren't you going to do it again?
because I have a moral responsibility to my children.
Okay, what about yourself? Don't you care about yourself as well at all, though? So I do. You're a human being that exists on this planet. You do matter.
Sure.
What?
My
What goals
kids
do
mean
you
more
have?
to me. What?
No, yeah, but what goals do you have? What do you want to do?
I want to live on the beach and sell umbrellas and just be.
Okay. Is that reality or is that?
No, that's like fantasy la la land.
Okay. What are your goals? Goals are attainable.
Goals are
Not
attainable.
dreams. Goals.
I have quit making them because I haven't been able to reach them.
Okay. A lot of people don't reach them because they don't put in the work and effort required to get to a goal. Now, that's not always. Some life does happen, and I know a lot of life has happened to you.
Right.
That doesn't mean we should give up on goals because I can help. We can map out how to get to a goal. What's a goal you had?
A goal
Financially, a goal you've had.
I would like to leave my children $1 million each.
Oh, wow. So $3 million you need
Sure.
for that. Oh, okay.
And then I have to live, apparently. Because I don't just dream a little bit. And then every time I've like pretended or tried to make a budget or whatever. So I'm making all these things, right? And it never seems like no matter how much money I make or what I do or how I do it, or I'm never going to be able to help my kids. I'm never going to be able to do this. I get really defeated and in that mindset of I f***ed it up too bad. And so if I f***ed it up too bad, why change anything? Because it doesn't matter.
You would need to, at minimum, and I'm using the S&P 500 for an example. Let's do 8% to be a little more conservative. Yeah, money's hard. $13,000 a year for the next 39 years, bringing you to 85. Then you could leave $3 million.
I would have to do what?
$13,000 a year invested
Okay.
to the overall market,
Okay.
giving 8% for the next 39 years.
Okay.
bringing you to 85, working hard till you're 85, $13,000 a year, which you couldn't come close to doing today. Meaning, again, higher paying job is something you need.
Sure.
You guys know I'm all about saving money and cutting out those taquitos from your budget. But what if I told you you could save cash and still eat like a king? Enter HelloFresh, your ticket to avoiding overspending on takeout and cutting down on food waste. HelloFresh makes eating well super easy and affordable. With over 50 recipes each week, there's no way you'll get bored. They handle the planning, the shopping, and most of the prep. You just enjoy cooking without the hassle. If you're trying to get healthier like me, HelloFresh is a game changer. I can whip up a delicious meal in 20 minutes faster than those budget-killing delivery apps. Their fit and wholesome options are under 650 calories and loaded with fresh produce, making it easy to hit my health goals. With HelloFresh pre-portioned ingredients, I'm not wasting food or money. It's a win-win. Oh, and did I mention you can go to HelloFresh.com and use code HAMMERAPPS for free appetizers for life. One free appetizer item per box while the subscription is active. That's code HAMMERAPPS at HelloFresh.com for free appetizers for life. One appetizer item per box while the subscription is active. So head over to HelloFresh.com and use code HAMMERAPPS and start saving money and eating better today. Your wallet and your taste buds will thank you. Links in the description below. That's how you can meet that goal. But it's not statistically unattainable. It just requires a beyond a sacrifice. Beyond, because that's a lot of money. That is a lot of money. Compound, yep, just once annually. Okay.
But it is doable?
If you do that,
how much would I have? So using the rule, 50, 30, 20. Whatever.
It wouldn't be 50, 30, 20.
It would be like 50, 50?
Yes.
Yeah.
It would be $1,083 a month.
Okay.
Until you're 85, minimum.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, again, you can't afford that right now. So that requires getting a higher job. That requires getting out of debt. And also, it's going to be 39 years from when you're out of debt and have a fully funded emergency fund. So 39 years after that. So it's probably 45 years after you get out of debt and everything, right?
My mom holds the emergency fund. We have one.
How much?
20,000.
And it can cover you? Mm-hmm. You can just have it. Mm-hmm. If you need it. You can just be like, it's weird, but okay.
Codependent. Love, family. That's what we do.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah.
Are you allowed to use it to pay off debt?
Not at this time.
Why?
She's not ready to do that.
Why?
Because we've never, as a family unit, ever had a lot of money. So to have that much money and just spend it all at once,
how do we get $20,000? I wouldn't have you spend it all, but how? How'd you get $20,000?
Her mom passed away and left her a little bit.
Okay, so it's never been earned. It's just been
Right. I've never paid off any debt by earning the money. It's either been through, it's been some catastrophe.
And obviously, I mean, I wouldn't want you to pay it off right now anyway, because what would happen with your behavior, I mean, you haven't changed anything, so you would just rack up your debt again. That's why I want your accounts to be closed. You can't have access to this. You do not have the discipline necessary.
You're right. I don't. I can rationalize and justify anything because that's who I am.
So the Synchrony minimum monthly payment is $97. It is interest-free until 2027, the beginning of 2027.
Yes.
And then it will be 30%. Another Synchrony, Lowe's.
Yep.
This one's paid off, though.
Because I never need Lowe's and I can't use it anywhere else.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Is that all debt? Oh, nope. This is medical.
Yep.
What happened to you?
So 2 things. One of them is that the PAM Health.
Huh?
Is that the PAM? P-A-M?
Post-acute medical?
Yes. So that one is for my middle child who's 14.
Oh, wow.
He has his joints and ligaments don't work the way it's supposed to.
Really? Okay.
Yes. So we called it hypermobile while I was growing up. So his joints are not held up by his ligaments the way they should be. And so he did something to his knee. It was really bad. I had to take him to be tested for Marfan syndrome. So we had to have some heart stuff, and then we had to have some eye stuff. And those came out fine. But they put him in physical therapy. It was very expensive with the insurance I had at the time. It was like $350 a session. And so
how were you able to pay for that?
I would give them $100 and then they would put the rest on the bill. And so that one is probably in collections, quite frankly, because
Really?
When I go to look at it, there's nothing there. I'm sure.
What do you mean? On their website?
Yeah. I'm sure
Have
I'm
you
going to
called
get
them?
a letter. And I did call them and ask for a statement.
And they gave this to you.
You at least made me get my shit together so I
Okay,
could see how bad it is.
So it does exist.
It does. And they sent me something.
You know, you could get on a monthly payment of like $50 with them, probably.
Probably.
So you don't have it. Okay, you owe $1,799.92, but no minimum monthly payment.
Correct.
I would negotiate a minimum monthly payment. I would just explain your situation, explain your income situation, and hopefully that'll help with that. And then diagnostic imaging.
Yes. That
Same thing.
No, that was for me. They found a breast lump.
Wow. Okay.
Had to have a biopsy. I had to go see a breast specialist. It came back benign. There's a 9% chance, however, that it could be cancerous.
Okay.
And so in 6 months, I have to go back and we'll do it all over again. And
I'm
if
glad
it's
you're staying on top of it, though.
still there, I have to have either a lumpectomy or, my preference, a mastectomy. And I'll have to have the money to have that done.
Sure. Yep. Okay, so you owe $283. Speaking of cancer, now this is very personal.
Correct.
And it requires, and it involves addiction. You're not terrified of lung cancer. 1 pack to 2 packs a day. Also, that's expensive.
It is very expensive.
Because that increases your likelihood for lung cancer dramatically.
It also contributes to the guilt I feel. And another reason that I don't like to tell my kids no is because I'm indulging in this thing. So I feel guilty.
Have you tried to quit?
1,000 times.
And?
It has not worked, obviously.
What about waning? Have you...
Oh. No.
Okay, what about something that's at least a little less toxic, like Zens or something?
No.
Why?
Why? Because...
Well, I mean, you still get your nicotine fix that way.
That's true, but it's not just about the nicotine fix.
Ritual.
There's the ritual, there's the habit, there's the I'm escaping from the world. I'm very introverted. I'm not shy, but I'm very introverted.
Same.
So, I mean, nobody looks twice at you if you're a smoker and you just suddenly leave to go smoke. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
But if you're not a smoker and you just get up and leave, people are like, she's so rude. And I'm like, I'm not rude. I'm just done.
One of my producers who quit smoking
Yes.
recommends The Easy Way to Stop Smoking by Alan Carr.
I've read it.
And?
Obviously, it didn't work.
Okay. Well, I'm not an addiction specialist.
I've tried patches. I've tried Wellbutrin. I'm highly allergic to that, by the way. So, yeah, I've tried it all.
Okay. Well, listen, I can't put it in the budget, but I'm not an addiction specialist. And this is something you just got to work on yourself and find the help you need. I can't do it, but you're killing yourself, and it costs a lot. What's a pack of cigarettes cost?
$6.42.
It's cheaper than I thought.
I smoke floor shavings, as my husband called them. I smoke the cheapest thing I can smoke, and I buy them in a carton.
What's a
and
carton
get a discount?
Cost
$64.
How many packs are in a carton?
10.
So that covers us a week and a half.
Yeah. Sometimes.
A week
Sometimes.
to a week and a half. Okay.
Yeah.
So you get 4 a month.
Yeah.
And how much are they?
$64. It's like $2,000 a year, ish.
That's crazy for your income situation. It's a wild life tax.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know much else I can say about that. I mean, that's just on you. It's on you. And it's an addiction. It's hard, but I'm not an addiction specialist. And I know that's also one of the harder addictions, but I mean,
it is the hard.
At a certain point, I'm hoping you're putting just your health over it, your personal financial health over it, and living with your kids over it as well. I don't know if there's like a rock bottom that happens.
I quit drinking and drugging 20 years ago now.
Okay.
By the grace of God.
And also,
and that
having
was hard.
bad will as well. I mean, come on, give yourself some credit.
Thank you. And it's the hardest thing I've ever tried to quit. Is the smoking.
Cigarettes.
Yeah, and I've tried to apply the same principles.
Well, you're up to a lot.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So what? How many are in a pack?
20.
So sometimes 40 a day.
Yeah.
So what is that? What is that? Like 3 smokes an hour?
Sure. I have no idea.
You just go.
I just call.
And just at
Mine
work, you're leaving the office like 3 times an hour?
No. I only smoke 1 every hour at work. Instead of taking 1 15-minute break, I take 35-minute breaks. And my breakfast is a pot of coffee and a bowl of cigarettes. So, I mean...
Oh. Okay.
I know.
I'm sorry. Just that one like
Seem
actually
like
like gave me the
encouraging
ick.
your audience not to smoke.
Yes, please don't.
Don't start.
I'm not saying vaping's better, but have you considered that? Because
I've tried that. Done
tar.
that. Yes. I mean, we don't know the long-term side effects of vaping.
Exactly.
That doesn't make it better or worse than smoking. I'm not saying
cigarettes,
that. But
people think it's a little better, though not good.
I cannot smoke them. It hurts my throat. It makes me cough like crazy.
That hurts your throat more than cigarettes.
I know, right?
Well, and
it's
really
not
not
the
open to the Zen world. Just popping them in, going about it.
You know, one of my earliest memories is going to pick up this giant box TV with my mom. And there was this lady, because the truck we were in broke down. And there was this lady's house that we just wandered up to. And she was sitting on her couch with a Cheetos bag in her lap, spitting, like as in dipping. Mm-hmm. And it was the grossest thing I can remember seeing.
Well, doesn't that like have things that like cut up you a little, like micro cuts in order to get it in? It's different. Also, Zins aren't spitting though. It's not chewing tobacco.
It's not. I have no idea.
It's a little. It's a little. I am not. We've talked about this too long for someone who doesn't know anything about this, but I know enough that it's just. Chewing tobacco diffuses into your blood through your gums. Okay.
So how is Zen different than that?
You're not spitting. You're not spitting for Zins, right? Yeah, you're not spitting. No, just a patch you put right her.
And it doesn't look like a big wad of dip in my mouth.
If you put a lot of them in, but no, it doesn't.
Okay.
No, I had a dude right there just a couple weeks ago. He's like 50 Zins a minute, and like, you couldn't tell.
Okay. I'll think about it.
But again, not like that's good anyway.
I'm not opposed to quitting. I just find it very difficult.
Of course. I just don't want to tear up your lungs. Okay, and then we have a mortgage, $227,953 at a 2.75 interest rate. That's a great rate. $1,652 a month.
Yeah.
Oh, again, if you didn't have your support system or the mutual benefit or whatever, family with benefits, then you couldn't afford this.
No.
This is aggressively expensive for your income situation. So that's all the debt. That's all the debt?
There's some hospital debt somewhere. I sent it. I had to go to the emergency room.
How much?
Couple thousand, I think.
All right, have you negotiated a payment?
Yes.
What's the payment?
$87.
Okay. Well, good on you for negotiating the payment. Okay. In the checking account, $2,333. Lots of bullshit. Let me be very clear. Amazon. Apologia. Hobby Lobby.
Wait. Those Amazon and Apologia are not bullshit. They're my kids' curriculum. I homeschool them. My sister homeschools them for me. I'm a principal. She homeschools them.
Okay. Why is your sister... Okay. What?
She's the smartest person I've ever met.
When she doesn't work?
No, she does not.
Can I ask why?
You can. I don't have an answer for you.
Oh, because you just don't know. Or you're not going to tell me.
I'm not going to tell her story.
Okay. It's that. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Okay.
And an Xbox subscription for the kiddo, probably.
They get an allowance.
Why? You barely get an allowance.
My smoking is my allowance, but
no, that's gross.
It is gross.
Instant, some PayPal, going inside, getting some bullshit cigarettes, text tag. I mean, how many tolls are out there?
Well, to get to Austin.
You come to Austin often?
No.
Okay.
But I do occasionally.
Table Talk magazine. I mean, come on, it's a magazine.
I canceled that.
They don't even exist.
I tried to cancel that. They weren't supposed to charge it. It was refunded.
Okay.
Austin
Radio?
What?
Austin Radio? Maybe
Radiology.
Radiology. It was cut
How
off
much
for me.
was it?
A trail. Going on a trail. Best Buy. This isn't even the Best Buy card. We went to Best Buy. $86. Video game?
My hard drive crashed.
Your hard drive. Denny's. Table Talk magazine again.
No, one's
Parking.
a credit.
Oh, okay.
One's a credit.
Parking. Xbox. Again. Mm-hmm. Summer Moon. I love me a Summer Moon, but come on.
I do. Moon milk. It's so good.
The Moon milk's fantastic. But stop smoking and you can taste it more. Xbox subscription. Xbox payments. So many Xbox payments. This is all Xbox payments. I told you you're an e-girl.
I'm not. My 15-year-old and my 10-year-old are.
Yeah, they love their Xbox.
They do.
Okay. I think they're buying video games like constantly because that's not a game. Get them Game Pass.
I think one of them is Game Pass. The other ones I couldn't tell you. And then I think my daughter got Sims or something. But what would that be? Xbox? I don't know.
The Sims is on Game Pass if I'm not mistaken.
Beats me. But they have to pay for it.
Okay.
Hi.
Tell me what this is.
That is retirement.
$726.
Correct. I haven't been at my current position, but like 9 months now. I'm required to put in 5%. And you don't even have the one for my $2,000.
The crazy thing is, your spending is not absolutely insane. Yes, sure, there's a little bit of bullshit. It's not absolutely insane. But your debt's not going down. Your debt's going up. And they're at their maxes. Mm-hmm. The situation's you're destroying yourself. You're destroying your future. And then there's the hundreds of dollars in cigarettes, and that's the big bullshit. How much do you think came in net into your accounts versus how much do you think you lost either via spending or debt's going up?
So what comes in is around $5,500. What went out?
Yeah, what went out?
$6,000.
Okay, you're closer to the second one. $5,800 went out. In was $3,890. Do you get cash?
How does that happen?
We got PayPal's. We got Social Security. We got payroll. Take a little peek. Sneaky little peek.
Huh. Interesting. That's only half of my Social Security. That's one kid.
Okay, well, we didn't see the other one hit.
Mm-hmm. Maybe I transferred them at different
times.
So
you get $3,000 a month in Social Security?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's $2,838. It's the same amount for each kid.
Okay. Well, we're only looking at in the accounts.
Sure. Okay.
And in the end, that's still more money going out than coming in. Is it not?
Oh, yes. Absolutely.
That's unsustainable at this point. I mean, it's still $700 more going out.
Yes.
I mean, it's unacceptable. Straight up, it's unacceptable. You're not a child.
I am not.
It's unacceptable. You need a budget. Go through, and all your family can go through it. Go through our budgeting class so you can learn how to make a budget, manage a budget, stick to a budget, take all the quizzes, take all the education. You also, because you're a guest, get to go through our investing course, which means you get a free $100, luckily, which is really cool. So, but this is unacceptable. I mean, at this point, I mean, you're spending like you just got access, or you're managing your money like you just got access to money at 18.
Yes.
And if you didn't have the codependent, you're negative on a monthly basis, and that's with codependence. If you didn't have your codependent, if your mom tragically passes away, earlier than obviously we'd hope, I don't know what the you're gonna do, and your sister doesn't bring in income, it sounds like. So I don't know what the you'd do. You'd be screwed.
I need to change my behavior, but I don't know how to do that.
Well, we're gonna budget, but you make way too little money. You make way too little money. You need a budget.
So what if I got another job until...
So a second job?
Yes, until I was out of debt. Could I financially support myself?
Yeah. It's less time at home if you can do that. I mean, you have, again, a support system to help take care of the kids, so it sounds like it.
I'm hoping within the next 6 months that there is an advancement opportunity at the municipality I
hope so.
for.
What would that go to, do you think? From 18 to...
75 a year.
That would be great.
So I kind of want to try to stick it out.
How do you know?
How do I know?
How do you know that's a potential?
There is... So as most municipalities go, the people stay there a really long time, but they're going to retire. They're talking about retirement is... Plans have already been made.
And then you have to compete for the job, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so it's not a guarantee.
Correct.
Okay, so $5,171 comes in. Let's get your budget going. Your debt minimum monthly payments besides the mortgage. Actually, okay, so that's $1,056.
Okay.
On top of the $5,171 that comes in from your job and Social Security, how much comes from your mom and sister? Average. To help with the bills. Or do they just take care of bills on their own?
They just take care of bills on their own.
Okay, so we'll just do your budget then.
Yeah.
So tell me what, you have to pay the full mortgage?
Yeah.
Okay. And Social Security, that Social Security goes away when they leave the house, right?
So I think it stops at 18. I've heard rumor.
And once at 15?
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you do? Because,
I'm coming on Caleb Hammer because I don't know what to do.
All right. Well,
reality is hitting real hard right now.
Oh, yeah.
And it is scary. And the whole breast cancer possibility thing, I would like to die with dignity whenever I go. I just want to die with dignity.
Okay.
And I want to make sure my kids are taken care of.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
I have failed miserably.
Well, I mean, I don't think you've been a bad mom. There's a difference between finances and then the entirety of parenthood. This financially, sure, potentially. But there is a lot more that goes involved in parenting. But this show does focus on the financial part.
Yes.
Did you get a tax return this year?
Yes.
How much?
It was about $5,000.
Where the f*** did that go?
It's a great question. I wish I could.
No. Where'd that go?
I don't know.
It just hit not that long ago. Where'd it go? No. Where did it go?
So I know I spent $1,200 on curriculum for my kids because I do that every year.
They can't go to public school?
No.
Why?
It's not allowed. I do not like
They
public
got kicked
school.
out? Oh.
No. Hell no. It is.
Why don't you like public school?
Really?
Yeah? I went to public school. They went to public school?
I went to public school as well.
Maybe you just had a bad experience? I don't know.
I did not have a great experience.
Oh, okay.
But then moving on from that, I'm not going to project that on my kids.
Well, that's what I was going to say.
However, I love teachers. Everybody thinks I'm against teachers. I'm not. But the school system is seriously messed up. And children are not learning the way I believe they should be taught.
What do you want them to be taught?
They need to learn problem-solving skills, and they need to learn to think critically, not taught to some stupid test. Whether I can take a test or not.
Don't they still have to pass tests, though?
Nope. Not in the state of Texas.
Not in the state of Texas, really?
That is correct. We have
the state of Texas will allow a kid to graduate high school with the brain of a 3-year-old, and we don't even make sure?
There's rules.
Oh, okay, good.
But there's no testing.
How do we know then?
I'm a horrible test taker.
No, me
Does
too.
that mean I wasn't qualified?
No. I'm a horrible test taker
school?
as well. And yes, there's things wrong with public schools and private schools. And there's good things with public schools and private schools and homeschooling. I think anyone should be able to homeschool whenever they want. But what is the check and balance? Where's the check and balance? Because it's not fair for a child if they're graduate with the mental level of a middle schooler. But how do we check and confirm? Where's the check and balances? Again, I have nothing against homeschooling, but how do we know they're actually learning what they need to learn?
So there are requirements that you have to follow per the state of Texas guidelines.
Okay, good.
How
do they make sure?
Yeah, right. They don't. They're not checking.
So we can just do anything?
You have to teach them reading, writing, and citizenship.
And I want to be very clear to everyone listening out there. I am not against homeschooling at all. This just blew my mind that there's no checks and balances. And there probably are that maybe you're not telling me.
I just told you all the rules. Texas has the best homeschool-friendly state. It is homeschool-friendly. And do people take advantage of that? Absolutely.
But this is not fair to the kid because the kid doesn't have a choice.
My kids have a choice.
They can go to school?
I've asked them.
No, well, but like a kid wouldn't have a choice if like the parent was. You said people take advantage.
Sure.
I'm talking about that. If the parent's taking advantage, the kid doesn't know.
That's valid.
Yeah.
So those cases are rare, I believe.
I hope so. Just a little surprised there's no check and balance from this conversation. There probably is. I'm curious enough in this subject that I want to go learn more about it afterwards. But
but there's no testing. There's no some other states make you turn in what a curriculum you have or whatever. We don't do that here.
That makes sense.
We don't do that.
But that seems so basic. And trust me, I'm like the last person that loves an overly burdensome government. That's not even close to my thing. What the you could just be teaching them that sticks are blueberries or something and no one would know. Okay, well, it doesn't matter. Well, I guess it does, but it doesn't pertain to this conversation. That just fascinates me. And I feel like there has to be something I am missing in this conversation because it's literally only me talking to you right now.
Yeah.
And they have access to all the internet and other knowledge that is not being had right here.
Yeah.
And I feel like there has to be something I am missing.
I don't think so.
Okay. What's your phone bill?
$280.
How?
I pay for 6 phone line.
You?
Yeah.
6?
Yeah.
Who are the 6? 'Cause I only know 5 people. Your sister, your mom, you, and then the 3 kids. Is that it?
Well, I pay for my daughter-in-law's, but I don't pay for my daughter. Daughter doesn't get a phone yet. She's not ready.
Daughter-in-law, does she live with you?
No.
Why do you pay?
Because I've been with Verizon for 15 freaking years.
Well, and I don't care. It's a company. Why do you have loyalty?
I have issues. I don't know why I have loyalty. I've been with State Farm for
How are the T-Mobile towers out there?
I have no idea, honestly.
If the T-Mobile towers are good out there, switch to Helium. It's $20 per line.
So does Helium have that thing where you can test the phone? I think we tried Mint one time, and they send you a phone, you can test it out, see if it works in your area. It didn't. But now we live somewhere new. But do you know if Helium does that?
I'm not 100% sure. We'll look that up afterwards for you, though.
Okay.
I'll make sure. I just know it uses T-Mobile towers, and T-Mobile towers are what I prefer because they're the best in Austin. Verizon's usually what I prefer across the entire country, but...
Yeah, Verizon has worked amazingly well. I've never had any issues, and I've literally...
Yeah, except for your bill, which is how much?
I can't... What did I... 2 something. Hold on.
200...
$285.
Okay, how much on gas? Vroom, vroom, drive, skirt, skirt.
So I don't drive a lot. It's probably $150.
Car insurance?
Car insurance is $213.91.
Wait, is your car paid for?
Yes.
What is it?
A 2012 Ford Escape.
Miles?
No, it's a Ford Edge. Sorry. 150.
How's its condition?
I just got it back out of the shop yesterday.
Okay.
We spent $3,000.
What the how much is the car worth?
I have no idea. 6. It was at 6 the last time I looked, but it's been a couple of years.
Oh, at the height of the peak of the used car market.
Whenever it used to show up on my credit karma.
Yeah.
And now it doesn't anymore, and I'm sad.
Okay. Okay. Why'd you just put $3,000 into a car that at best is worth $6,000?
Because I didn't have 6 or 10 or 20.
What did you need to do?
What did I need to do to the car?
Yes.
Like, it needed new shocks, and one of the things that holds the wheels together was broken. I don't know. It needed some tires. Brakes.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's going to get me to 300,000. I just know it. I believe.
Okay, so you're using brain power on that one.
Faith.
Okay.
Faith.
Are you biblical?
Yes, sir.
What's the phrase?
Which one?
Open it up.
Pardon?
Made applicable 7:10. It's something like faith without action is dumb bullshit.
Faith without works is dead.
There you go. You know it. So let's put it. Okay, whatever. We are basically halfway through the year, and I need to make sure you guys are saving your money in the right place. In my resources section in the description below, you can sign up for one of the best high-yield savings accounts there are, but you can also get $300 for free with qualifying deposits. You can also get FDIC insurance up to $2 million on your money and get 4.6% on the money that's just sitting there. It's exactly where I put my money. Why let your money lose money when it could be making money? It's the biggest no-brainer in the world. Open up a SoFi high yield savings account now and get that $300 for free. Okay, TP fund $100. How does groceries work in this house?
So my mom loves to shop, so she does like half, and then I give my sister $5.50 because she's frugal and she cooks, and so she buys the groceries.
Okay, you don't buy anything on top of that.
So I was giving myself $200 just to eat lunch.
To eat lunch?
For the
no, pack a sandwich or a soup or thing. Do they have a microwave at lunch? At work?
Yes.
Let Chef Mike take the way, okay? He got this. Okay. Push those buttons. How much you give to your sister?
$5.50.
Okay, I'll round it up to $600 so you can get your own snacks. How about that?
Okay. She's very frugal.
Good. Medical health care.
Yes, sir.
Gym.
I have a yearly subscription I pay for. Mm-hmm. That's fitness.
And it's how much?
$90
a year.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Code. How often do you have to go to the hospital or anything, or therapy or anything?
So I don't do therapy. I have to go to the doctor about 3 times a year.
Okay. So just budget that in the budgeting class. We'll teach you how to do those random payments. But as long as it's not an ongoing basis. Anything else I need to put in your budget that is not there. I gave you $100 for your TP fund. I'll give you $150 for your TP fund. It's essentially anything else you need to survive. And this includes things for school and stuff like that, which actually for you might be more.
I have a life insurance.
How much?
$118.
That's not through work?
No.
It's separate. Okay.
That's separate.
A month?
Correct.
A month. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. No, that makes sense.
You didn't ask about utilities.
Oh, yeah, you're right. How much? I thought they took. Okay, yeah. How much?
Nope. Water and garbage is $113.
Okay.
Electric is $175. Okay. About. Internet's $108.
Oh, that is expensive.
Is that expensive?
Yeah, probably because it's rural though.
Oh,
I thought it
was cheap.
I can get a gig down, gig up for $40 here.
Really?
It's perks of civilization.
No. It's not worth it. And then I pay for Type C, and then my kids.
What was that?
Type C is they learn to type. It's a typing program. It's $9 a month.
9?
9.
Fine.
Thank you. It's very.
It's the only subscription I'll allow.
Okay.
I think they'll just. Do people need to learn to type these days? Because there's you're kind of forced to exist on every piece of technology. Don't you just learn by?
But I want them to learn the proper way to type. I don't want a hunt and peck kind of thing.
I don't think they will if they want to type quick. I'm okay with it.
My 27-year-old does not know proper technique. He can hunt and peck real quick.
Is he dumb?
No.
Well.
He's brilliant. Don't talk about my baby.
I didn't. I asked the question. $4,637 is what you need to survive. You actually have a window. So your debt does not need to be increasing on a monthly basis if you actually budget, because you have an additional $533.04 on a monthly basis. And another reason I'm okay with the typing thing is because, again, home is school for them, and typing is something you usually learn in like 3rd or 4th grade. I don't remember exactly. So, and that's a part of it, and it makes sense. Typing.com is free, I'm being told.
Oh.
So maybe look at that.
Okay.
We're playing Shot Collar Operation in the post show. Oh, I don't know what the I don't know if I want to do that. Me. Okay. Are we going to shot Kelsey?
No, we're not.
Yeah, let's shock from the editors. I don't want to get shocked. Okay. $533 is what you have left on a monthly basis. Yes. So you're willing to work a second job, it sounded like.
I am.
How many hours a week extra are you willing to work somewhere?
As many as I mean, 24?
Give me your number.
24?
Okay. 24. I'm going to call it $10 an hour.
Okay.
You know? It's an extra $240 a week.
Okay.
Okay. Times that by 52, divide that by 12 just to get a good average. So extra 1,000. Let's call it after taxes an extra $750 a month. That's awesome. $750 plus the $533 you got. You already have an emergency fund. $1,283. Now, if you're willing to change your behavior, cancel your credit accounts and close your accounts, chop up your cards. I would use $10,000 of that $20,000.
Okay.
And in fact, scratch that, reverse it. I would take out $11,134 and pay off the Best Buy card.
Okay.
Okay? Yes.
For some reason, the PayPal bothers me so much more.
Well, I don't care. But can you take out $11,134 from it that you will put back?
That I'm gonna give back back to the emergency fund.
To the emergency fund, yes. Can you do this?
I can ask. I mean, it's a conversation.
So it's her
not
money.
Yeah.
So are you sure you can use it as an emergency fund?
Yes, I have.
This is an emergency.
I don't know if she sees it that way.
I'll talk to her.
Okay.
If you want me to, I'll talk to her. How old is she?
69.
Okay, can I call her old?
Yeah.
I'll yell at that old I will. I'll tell her to use the money. If it's sitting in the emergency fund and you're considering it your emergency fund, let's do that. What's the likelihood? Because I want to know what I'm doing here.
I would say 80%.
Okay.
That she go for it.
Because you will put it back. Don't get me wrong. You will put it back.
Right.
Okay. I'm crossing out the Best Buy card. And congratulations. Because of that, you literally have an extra $402 you get to put towards that on a minimum monthly basis. You have $1,685 you can put towards that. You know how crazy that is? That is so good. So what am I doing from here? Month number one. I am paying off no, I don't want to touch that medical. Get on a minimum monthly payment for the $1,700 medical debt, but I'm taking care of the second medical debt of $283. That's paid off, and I'm putting the rest towards the emergency room. And then the second month, I'm paying off the emergency room. Third month, I'm putting. Honestly, I'm paying off the $1,700 medical debt. That will be a little lower at that point. Okay, what are we on, month number 3 or 4?
3.
Okay.
But why would you choose to pay something that doesn't have any interest over the ones that have the
it's less about interest, but you could avalanche.
Okay.
I just don't think it's right for you, just based on my assessment through this conversation, because you haven't managed that or managed even controlling your spending in any way whatsoever. So I think the small wins of paying off a debt will give you a better shot of getting towards the end than killing a big one. But because of that reality of the interest rates, that's why I use the emergency fund to kill the big daddy.
Gotcha.
Okay. So from there, month number 3, throwing everything I can at the Synchrony card. Month number 4, Synchrony's finished off and throwing a little bit towards the PayPal. PayPal at that point should have about $2,000, by the way, on a monthly basis now to throw towards that. That should take an additional 4 months to pay off. Let's say we're 8 months into round.
Okay.
I think, because of the additional minimum monthly payment on that, it's going to take another 4 months to pay off the RBFCU. 12 months and you're out of debt. 12 months you're out of debt, and with the minimum monthly payments you have now, that $11,000 you took out, honestly, in another 4 months, you should be able to put it back in. So that's a year and 4 months, and the emergency fund is back up to 20. Mm-hmm. And you literally have no debt but your mortgage, and I wouldn't want you to put more towards that mortgage anyway at that incredible rate. But you literally have no debt. In a year and 4 months, if you budget, and you work that second job.
Which doesn't even seem possible, quite frankly.
Okay, well, it is. And I'm going to honestly be pissed if you don't, because the fact of the matter is you're older than many guests on the show. So you need to take care of this now. And 2, compared to many guests on the show, you get out of debt like 5 times quicker than everyone.
Okay. With
just a little bit of sacrifice. So don't f around. It'll piss me off. It'll legitimately piss me off because you're destroying your life, and I do not want to see you. You're 47 and a half at that point. You're 47 or 48. And you're debt-free. Your life has completely taken a 180, and you're in an amazing position where you can start throwing that money towards retirement. And if you want to work till you're 87 and you're able to throw $1,000 to retirement on a monthly basis, you actually might get to that goal of that $3 million. You could potentially, if properly invested, and you'll sit down with a licensed investor to talk about that. You'll also learn things through the investing class if you want to self-manage and who you should talk to and what accounts to open. But there's a chance here. If you don't sacrifice right now, if you don't get that other job, if you don't use the part of the emergency fund, it's going to take like a decade to get there. And that's just a joke. You don't have a decade. You don't have a decade in your financial life to do this. You need to take care of this now. This is an emergency. This is a financial death sentence. Mm-hmm. A year and 4 months is nothing to have fully out of debt and a fully funded emergency fund. It is nothing. Okay? What do you think?
I think I'm willing to give it my best shot. I've failed so many times, Caleb. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you.
You're allowing that. You're preemptively setting yourself up for failure. And with that kind of mindset, you're not going to get there. I'm sorry.
Okay.
That's not how this is going to work. And I'm willing to check in with you as many times as you want and need. You know, in person, virtual, whatever you prefer.
I will go home today and I will close all my credit card accounts.
Good.
So I can never use them again.
Good.
I will have a conversation with my mom about paying off the Best Buy card.
Yeah.
Today.
And explain the why and let her know you will put it back within a year and a half.
Right.
Because you're going to go get a second job and here's your debt payoff strategy and tell her.
And then if I don't get the career advancement that I anticipate, I will look for a higher paying job.
Yes, but you're going to work the second job immediately.
Yes.
Okay. And I give you $10 an hour. If you can go find something that's 16, 17, 18, you know?
I've never, so how do I navigate that if you have time? I have no
Navigate
idea.
what?
So when I've applied in the past, because I do have a master's degree, because I do have, some of them are like, well, you're way overqualified. We don't want you.
Well, you know,
I'm like, I just need money.
Don't put the master's degree on your resume.
You want me to fib?
Well, I mean, you're not saying I don't have a master's degree. You're just not including it. If that's the main concern is they say you're overqualified to work at a coffee shop or something.
Right.
Like.
Just tell them.
Just be like, yo, I graduated college and I just want to work an extra job.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, your Hammer financial score, 0 out of 10 when it comes to spending a budget because, of course, you were over by $800. Debt, 1 out of 10 because it's almost as bad as you can get without IRS and financial debt for your financial situation. Emergency fund, it's weird. It's fully funded, but it's in control by someone else who literally you have to go ask to get money. Even if an emergency would 100% be funded, it's still weird.
Okay.
Was the $5,000 for your car, $3,000 for your car pulled from the emergency fund?
No.
Or how would you pay for it?
My mom paid for it.
Oh, she just paid for it herself?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Either way, it's weird, so I can't give it a full 10 out of 10. I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10 because it's really precarious. Retirement, 1 out of 10 because you started, but it's basically nothing. Real estate, you do have a house and it's a great rate. The mortgage is way too much for your income. If the Social Security, you know, once that starts ebbing and flowing, things get a little weird, so your job situation needs to be figured out. So because of that, I am going to give it a 6 out of 10. Hammer financial score, And when you took the quiz, I mean, those are probably the things that held you up. Hammer financial score, I'm actually going to do a 3 out of 10. I don't know what you answered for emergency fund when you did that, but I think that also is pulling it pretty high. Okay. So Hammer financial score 3 out of 10. Make sure to check out all the resources linked in the description below as they are what I use or would use in specific situations, including the best budgeting program and best investing program where you get $100 for free just for signing up. All in the description below, and make sure to stick around for the zap in the post show. Here we go. Today on the Financial Audit Post Show.
And I went out and I bought a shock collar. And so basically the premise of the game shock collar operation is to play the game of operation, except there's a shock collar when you...
I want to do that.
Okay. Oh my God. Shit.
To watch the Financial Audit Post Show, click the join button below.